In a 2012 interview, Assassin's Creed 3 and Far Cry 4 director Alex Hutchinson said Japan would be one of the worst settings for one of their games. People on the internet suggest the most boring settings, he said. The three most wanted are World War II, feudal Japan, and Egypt. They're kind of the three worst settings for an Assassin's Creed game.
Well. How the turntables...
Ubisoft is getting pretty desperate at this point to figure out what players want and how to milk them for every dollar they can. A few weeks ago, we all laughed as they thought getting on the sinking ship, that is the Star Wars franchise, would help them. Now they're tipping more of their hand, giving us great value Ghost of Tsushima, Wish.com Neo, Temu Ninja Gaiden. That's right, Assassin's Creed fans, you are finally getting that Japanese setting that you wanted. A decade ago, when they were still stealth-based assassination games, I don't want AC shadows. I want M shadows. I couldn't figure out how to work that joke in, naturally. Unlike how I'm about to ask you to assassinate that like button. Alright, I'm back. There's actually just a wall that way. There's nothing over there. Drinking tea today for the Japanese theme, although it's Yorkshire. See, Taylor's of Harrogate buys their tea from so it makes sense if you think about it. Not green tea, because that actually smells like dirt, like real dirt, and it tastes like a cup of boiled grass clippings.
It stinks.
Okay, so yes, Ubisoft is crapping out yet another open world Ubisoft game. The franchise name doesn't really matter, honestly. Their games are just reskins of each other at this point. Speaking of skins, have you heard of the Helix store? All the best skins are there. You can buy cool digital outfits for that single-player game that you also paid money for. Man, I feel like the IRS is probably pretty jealous of double dipping that is this obvious. And yes, it's the setting that you wanted for years, but Ubi said was too basic and boring. It's finally arrived. But now they've trashed the franchise so much that all I can do is give it a meh, you know? I doubt I'll even be buying this one on sale, and I sure won't be getting that subscription, which we will get to. A decade ago, we all wanted an Assassin's Creed Japan. Jordan, how do you feel about a feudal Japanese AC game? Same, buddy. Yeah, back in the Ezio and Black Flag days, a Shinobi Assassin's Creed game would have been amazing. But now Hutchinson's prophecy has kind of come true. I am already bored by this. I'm sorry, Monsieur Guillemot. I'd still pick Tsushima over you. I was listening to pop punk while I was writing today, so... Earlier I mentioned that this is basically we have Ghost of Tsushima at home. And before I forget, I want to remind you that by the time you are watching this video, Tsushima Director's Cut will be available on PC if you hadn't already picked it up for PlayStation. I'm sorry if you are an exclusively Xbox person. I know you guys had a tough week this week. This isn't helping. Tsushima is gorgeous, and it combines the samurai and shinobi playstyles that AC Shadows says it will deliver. I'm just going to pepper in photo mode shots that I got on my PS4 to let you know that this 4-year-old game is miles better than anything Ubisoft has been putting out. I have a photo mode problem, by the way. In games like this one, I will spend equal amounts of time playing the game as designed and setting up beautiful vista shots or sweet action poses. While I was playing Spider-Man 1, it was the most immersive Spider-Man experience of my life. Not only was I web-slinging and saving the day in New York, but also I took hundreds of photos of Spider-Man. 10 out of 10 Peter Parker simulator. I said Tsushima is the gameplay that AC Shadows claims it will deliver because we don't know. Because there isn't any gameplay footage. They really put out a 100% cinematic trailer and then asked for pre-orders.
Money, please.
I remember this one time that a fully cinematic trailer came out and got everybody excited.
Did that go the way you thought it was going to go? Nope.
The cool new thing that Ubisoft is claiming to bring with this one is dual protagonists that you may or may not be able to switch between at will. Game director Charles Benoit says you will be playing each character solo for a while so you get to know them and how they wind up working together. And that could be a cool idea. What makes me nervous about this pitch is that Ubisoft already tried it with Assassin's Creed Syndicate, where you played as a brother-sister assassin team, Jacob and Evie, who had different playstyles. So it would be cool if you could approach each mission from 2 angles, using each character's strengths to your advantage. Nope! Most of the game is Jacob, and you have to tackle each mission with the character that you are told to. No word on AC Shadows yet, since, you know, no gameplay or anything. But I would be shocked if Ubisoft actually gave you such control or designed their world in a way that would allow you to approach missions in different ways with different tools a la Hitman. Just want to say once again that Tsushima allows both sneak around and stealthily thin out the enemy ranks, or challenge the enemy leader openly to a super awesome duel, then kill his buddies in slow motion afterward. Totally your choice. You can also take cool pictures of it. And if you like this kind of style, and you liked Hollow Knight, later this month, Nine Souls is coming out, describing its own aesthetic as Tau Punk. It looks excellent and might scratch that Silksong itch. Sorry, I got distracted again. I'll get back to this stupid AC game. But the real issue here isn't the gameplay, because, again, we know nothing about it. Honestly, it just feels kind of disrespectful at this point for Ubisoft to just release a Japanese-style game trailer, finally, and not even feel the need to give details. Like, here you go, idiot gamers, lap this crap up. We know you like ninjas.
You understand? You just insulted my entire race of people. But thank you.
Nope, the real issue is the solidification of this pricing pattern. Does this look familiar from a couple weeks ago? Yep, Ubi is committed to this gimmick now. It's a funnel to their subscription service. Let's talk about a psychological hack called price anchoring, because that is what's going on here. All of this is a cheap trick to swindle you out of more money than this product is actually worth. Price anchoring is wildly effective, even if you know it's happening to you. Your brain simply betrays you. Like when you're alone and you start scaring yourself with weird serial killer imaginings. Like, bro, you're in my skull. Whose side are you on here? You've seen this on just about every website ever where there is a price. But hold on. Oh, special customer, just for you, just for today, we're going to bend the rules a little bit. Put a slash through that higher, also fictitious, price and give you this special lower price. Your brain is anchored to the higher price. That's where this little negotiation started, even if you didn't realize it was happening. But now the other price looks lower by comparison. Now you feel that you are getting a good deal. Take a look at the price chart for this new AC game. I could just reuse the Star Wars one. They're basically identical, but we have the base game on the left, which isn't really the base game. Then the mid-tier game, which is actually the base model. I'll get there. Then the Ultra Mega Deluxe Super Edition that has a laughably high price. That's the anchor. That's as high as the price goes. Now the mid-tier looks like a deal. Yeah, sure, it's more expensive than the lowest tier, but look at how they listed the extras. There are double the things you get from the base tier to the mid tier. But then jump to the top tier, you just get one extra thing. That's not a great value. And they want you to think it's not a good value so that you feel good and comfortable with the middle tier, which is itself also a terrible value. But hey, you were smart enough to see through that stupid top tier, right? You're a smart consumer. Totally not getting conned.
Totally got the best of that interchange.
That's the game here. Make up an idiotic third tier so the mid tier feels palatable. But there's even another layer to this. What's this box to the right? We keep going up and up in price, but wait! Oh, the price falls suddenly, yet the list of benefits keeps getting longer. And this box has its own special color. You can get all the benefits of the Super Deluxe Ultra Mega Edition and so much more for a low monthly price. I mean, low compared to the stupid price of $130. $18 a month is not cheap, especially for a library of games that are mostly the same design. But it seems like a good value when compared to these prices that we know are way too high. Look at the way this is designed. The base model is a different picture. It's like a different game entirely. These three are similar. These are the ones you need to look at. Look at how the list of goodies keeps getting bigger. Makes that base model feel awfully empty, doesn't it? This is all a trick, a hack to get you to either sign up for $18 a month and probably forget it so they get way more out of you, or at least buy this game for $110. Like I said with Star Wars Outlaws, the 110 version is the base game that launches on time. Just like that game, this game has a day one DLC, which just means they carved away a mission from the game right before it went gold, then sold it back to you as a bonus. It's so scummy. There's your season pass again. There's your extra cosmetics again. Useless crap that was removed from the game in order to make you feel like you're getting more. You also get early access to a single player game. So the real launch date is Tuesday, November 12th. That November 15th date, that's a lie. That's the late version. Every other version comes out on Tuesday. The peasant version has to wait until Friday. More manipulation to get you to tier up or sign up. It's all upselling, and what you're being offered is useless garbage.
Wow, this is garbage.
Finally, this is the least important thing, but yeah, I guess we should talk about the 6.5-foot tall black man in the room. One of the main protagonists is Yusuke, a real historical figure. That's a real guy. And he's barely a footnote in Japanese history. This might afford Ubisoft the artistic freedom to do whatever they want with the character since he has no real history, but it's pretty messed up to have a Japanese samurai game and the main character is not Japanese. Team Ninja deservedly caught flack for this with Neo, and they fixed it in the sequel. As I said in the beginning, Ubisoft is desperate now. They don't know what the players want, they aren't getting the attention and the sales like they used to, so this is just an easy way to stir controversy and get some investor points. Yep, Ubisoft is publicly traded, so this likely has some ESG motivations, but really, I think it was the same reason that they palette swapped Ariel. Attention. The other main character, Naue, makes sense to me. She's the shinobi of the pair, so a small woman would be a good assassin and probably wouldn't arouse suspicion. She could be fun to play as, but yeah, Yusuke is a dumb choice. Ubisoft is clearly in its death throes. However, they will, I think, benefit for a short time with this pricing strategy. Like I said, this hack works for a while. Even if you are aware of it, your brain just can't help but compare things. However, eventually their customers are realizing that all the pricing shell games in the world can't make up for a poor product. And even a really amazing deal on a pile of junk is still a pile of junk. But what do you think? Is Ubisoft going to turn it around? Does the idea of a Japanese setting entice you enough to give this one a try? If you need more reason to dislike this scummy company, right here is that previous video where I was talking about Star Wars Outlaws and how it's more, well, Ubisoft. If you want to support the channel, there are affiliate links in the description. I appreciate you watching as always, and I'll see you next time.